I feel like we could talk about Christmas Day. I feel like
Christmas
we
Day was
haven't
fun.
we haven't recorded since that game. That was a fun game. Mikhail and Wemby just going for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wemby took 16 threes that game, I think, or something like that, or maybe even
I think
more.
like 10 in the first half.
Yeah.
And it was like funny because the day before we did shoot around, and Tibbs is like, Wemby's out here shooting like, what he's, I don't know.
He's like 14 or 15 threes a game.
I was sitting there like,
me and,
you know
me and Josh
he
look at
ain't.
each other. It's like, no, he's not.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like, cause like Tibbs always has a thing with like, I don't know, like, I don't know. Maybe like if a team is struggling or something, like, and we're about to play them, I feel like he makes sure, like, he hypes up the other team, to like, so we don't take them lightly. So we're sitting there. He's like, Wemby, and so he's trying to nail the, point through that he's shooting a lot.
He's trying to nail you, is what you're about to say.
I said nailed the point.
Okay, sorry.
Good Lord. So he's like, yeah, he's shooting 14 threes. We're like, no, the hell he ain't.
Literally,
like,
me and Josh look at like. So during the game, me and Josh sitting on the bench. We were like, he really shoot like 14 threes.
Yeah, he ain't lying.
You're like, he's on pace for 20 at the end of this half.
But like, the thing is, like, he's a little bit like Kristaps, even more than Kristaps, because like, a lot of guys, especially like a lot of bigs, like, stretch 4, stretch 5s, just like toes on the line. He was
Did you see his from the logo yesterday?
yes, dog, bombs. Like Kristaps does the same thing. Like his range is further than the NBA line, line. So you got to like know that, and kind of it spaces the court even more. But some of the shots that he was shooting, bro, was just, they were, what's the NBA line? 28 feet or something?
23 feet, 23 something.
23 feet. He was shooting like 30 footers.
Yeah.
They're
Catch
like,
him.
I'll never get used to that. Like, I'll never get used to seeing someone
Like,
that size do that.
but like the thing is, and it's like, but it's
It
like,
looks so natural. He looks like a guard.
yeah,
There
because
should be an incentive for players if they block a Wemby 3-pointer.
what's her name? Dunked on him.
Kobe.
Kobe White dunked on it yesterday. It wasn't a crazy dunk on, but like
He's in the picture. He's in the picture.
It'll look
It's not
good
a poster.
in
He's
a-
in the picture.
But like the craziest thing about him is like every shot that he shoots is uncontested.
Yep.
Like you can't, like, there's few people that's like that. Like I've always felt like KD's like that for the most part, unless he's going against, like Rudy or somebody. But like him, literally every like shot he shoots is an uncontested shot because his release point is so high. It's like, like it's just absurd. Michael Porter's like that a little bit because he jumps like 3 feet in the air.
His release point's like at 9 feet.
He jumps so high.
And I'm sitting, if I'm guarding, I'm sitting there like jumping at like 8 feet. Dude's a foot and a half. Like, it's just.
Speaking of Wemby shooting a lot of threes, I actually do want to get your guys' thoughts on this because I don't think we haven't potted in a while. There's been a lot of talk about the amount of threes that are being taken in the NBA, whether it's too much, too little, measures that people are advocating to put in place to like curb that. And then obviously people are tying that into like the ratings discussion, and then they're posting clips of like all these consecutive missed threes. So like a narrative is forming. What are your guys' thoughts on, one, the ratings, and then two, whether or not 3-pointers have like any pull in that? And do you think about ratings during the season? Or you're just like, I'm trying to fucking win?
I don't think about ratings one bit. I don't think it has anything to do with like the players. I think it's more analytical than anything. Because you have people coming in and saying like the 3-point shot is worth more than the 2-point shot. Mm-hmm. They're correct. It is. So it's like a math game. If we get up enough 3-point shots, right, versus 2-point shots, mathematically we should win the game. I mean, we're in the era now. We're in the era now. But also, we also encourage 3-point shooting. Like, obviously, Steph is the greatest shooter ever, right? And he kind of changed the game when it comes to that aspect. So when people see a player like that transcending the game, they work on that aspect of their game. So that everyone's working on like threes, everyone's working on like movement threes, off the dribble threes, like pick and roll threes. Like,
and it almost takes a decade for that to really materialize because when Steph's doing it, the kids are 8, 9, 10 years old, and now it's happening.
It's been a decade.
Yeah.
Like it's when he.
Thank you, Stephen Curry.
20.
2009 he came in, right? Or no?
So yeah, it's been longer than that. So like you said, it takes a while for a game to kind of take the next step. And so,
But it's like also like no matter what, like if you take several minutes, like a minute or two clips from games spread out across the league, like you can do that 20 years ago and see like 3 guys miss layups and like have 2 turnovers, and you're like, oh, they were terrible back then. It's not what it actually is. Like the product is not that, but like everyone wants to highlight that, and then they go and search for bad possession like that, and then post it just for, engagement on social media. But I mean, we're just in, like he said, we're just in that era. Now it's like, what if you shoot like 36%, like numbers wise, I don't know what it is, but it's like you shoot 36%, on threes. That's the same as shooting like 50% from 2. It's like something like that. So it's like, it's what it is now. It will change at some point, but.
Do you feel like it's going to take a Steph-like player to transcend the game in a different way to kind of shift the pendulum back?
I think people are getting more athletic and getting more versatile to where, like, at some point we're not going to have positions anymore. We're going to have a bunch of 6-7 players in the starting lineup who all do the same thing. Yeah. AKA the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I don't think we all care about the ratings. I mean, we just got like new NBA, like new TV deals going, NBC, Amazon, like everyone wants to, like the NBA is like a global product. Everybody wants to watch the NBA, like especially now, like we're in January, but like it's going to start heating up.
Wasn't the Christmas Day? Christmas Day had a really good ratings, right? Mm-hmm. So I saw that. I mean, people need something to talk about.
Exactly.
Yeah. Although Bron called the NFL out after that, so I feel like the NFL is going to come with something crazy next year for Christmas. Now Roger Goodell's going to.
You're going to see crazy matchups, and you're going to see they're going to make sure those games are close. Like it's either going to be shootout where it's like, what was it, like the Rams and who was it, like Chiefs, like several years ago, it was like 56-54. It's like you're going to have a game like that, then you're going to have another game where it's like super close. No way there's going to be another blowout like 31-2.
I wasn't a fan of how like it was a Wednesday game, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's like a weekend game, cool. Like NFL should have like a game. But if it's like during the week, just
give it up.
Yeah,
y'all got enough.
Also, I also think that NFL should not have Thursday night football anymore. That's my personal opinion.
What was that?
I just feel like it's.
I don't think Amazon would like that.
I take that back. I like Amazon.
Yeah, but I say who's the people out there doing it? Poor Taylor, just getting her out of a job.
I didn't say that.
Tight end and Gonzalez. Was it Gonzalez? Tony Gonzalez taking him out of the job.
I personally think
Richard Sherman.
Okay, I get it. I personally think like you go from Sunday, you have 3 days. Like
it's a tight.
I'm talking about later in the season. I'm not talking about like the first month. I'm talking about later in the season.
That's
like I remember watching, like, actually I wasn't watching, but I saw a score. It was like 6-3. The Bears or something. It was
just hang it up.
I just feel like it's not the best product it could be.
Yeah.
But hey, this is why I play basketball.
Breaking news from Bet365. New customers now get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed. Sign up, deposit $10, and place a bet for $5 to get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed. Bonus bets can be used on spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Subject to meeting qualified criteria, minimum wager $5, minimum odds -500 or greater, $10 minimum deposit. Available in-app only, time restriction, terms and conditions apply. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.